Hey everyone, it's Wednesday again. Welcome to the Midweek Challenge. Steve here, and I want to be the very first to wish you a happy St. Patrick's Day. Thinking about St. Patrick's Day coming up this Sunday. It's one of my favorite holidays, actually, because it's my birthday, and feel free to send me a birthday present. I'd love that. But I love St. Patrick's Day because of the man as to who he was. Patrick, Ireland here next to the Great Britain. What do we know about this guy? Well, it's a huge man to celebrate, and there are all kinds of celebrations that go on at St. Patrick's Day. We think about Guinness beer, and some people estimate there's going to be some 3 million pints of Guinness beer sold and drunk on St. Patrick's Day. We think of green from Ireland. Cities like Chicago actually color their river green on that day. Corned beef and hash, which is more of an Irish-American type thing. But Patrick was a man who really loved Jesus. And when you think about his story, he actually was not Irish, he was British. He lived sometime between 360 and 460 AD. He was born into a wealthy British Romanized family. His father was a deacon in the Catholic Church. And when he was about 16, he actually went to Ireland because he was captured. He was enslaved among some other people. And during his time in Ireland as a slave, that's when his faith became real. He gave his heart to Christ, started pursuing God, pursuing Jesus. And he was, when he finally got back to England, he began to pursue God more and more and more. Sometime around 420, he had a dream, a vision of the Irish calling him back to him, and he did that. 431, he was ordained a bishop in the Catholic Church and went back to Ireland, his enemies, with the sole purpose of loving them and sharing the love of Christ with them. And that's what he did. And we actually have beautiful ramifications from his work even today. Some church historians, church scholars credit Patrick for saving learning during the Dark Ages, because those who came to Christ through Patrick's work were in love with the scriptures. They established monasteries all through Ireland and England and parts of Europe for the sole purpose of preserving the scripture and teaching the scripture and educating people. But above all, Patrick, more than academia, was in love with Jesus, and he was constantly sending other monks out to share the love of Christ with the world. Patrick indeed was a missionary in his own right. What do we know about St. Patrick? Among all the fluff and festivities of St. Patrick's Day, he was a man in love passionately with Jesus Christ. And I want you to know that too. So how do we celebrate St. Patrick's Day this year? Number one, just think about your enemies and love your enemies like Patrick did. But number two, again, it's on Sunday. So if you really want to think about St. Patrick, this St. Patrick's Day, go to church. If you're someplace in the Northwest Houston area, come by Cypress Crossings Christian Church where I'm at. We would love to have you. I don't know if we'll have any Guinness or not, but come on in anyway. If you're looking for a church, look for two things, okay? Two things. Number one, is it a church that preaches Jesus, the authority of Jesus? And number two, do they follow the authority of the Bible? If you will do those two things, that will be a great place to start. So happy early St. Patrick's Day. I'm not going to give you my mug. However, I do have a gift. The first person that will reach out to me, whether it's YouTube or Facebook or the Kingdomology blog, send me your address, first person, and I will send you a free copy of Confessions, Finding Hope Through One Pastor's Doubt. So that's it for today. Share this, share the Kingdomology blog. Be strong, and I'll see you again next week.